Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Rebels have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes their veteran leader. He has been through the battle, guys, and there are plenty of expectations this season.
Yeah, and there should be expectations. This guy's been around a long time, knows the systems, knows the players. Everybody's going to have to believe in him for this year to be a big success.
Yeah, David, there's just no substitution for experience, right? This guy has played so many snaps. He's seen it all. No doubt they need him to play at a high level.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the middle. He's open on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's York. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the gun, the ground game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. To the ground with the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And the try is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. The errant 48-yard field goal attempt forces them to turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31. Makes the grab. It's Connerly. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground right up the gut, looking for 6. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're facing a 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the 1st down. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge, and that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Houston will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a move, and the returner goes down. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And after the 3-spot, guys, we're all tied up. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Akron. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got a man, it's Thompson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it on the outside, it's Connerly. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. The Cougars will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic.
And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And he could not get loose on the run. Now facing a 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Rebels. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but
Off he goes! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Quarterback on the keeper. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Smith wants to throw. He's got the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Going up top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Sixth play of the drive coming up. To the air on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The snap sets up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's White. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He'll run it again. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 4 over the Astronauts. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Smith dropping to pass. He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They keep attacking through the air. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Here's the give off the left side. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Wants to throw on second down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and look for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Smith wants to throw. Release to the back. Right on target this time. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. One more snap coming before halftime. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, we wondered all week how this one was going to play out, and through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out, and it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Need. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Takes the handoff. It's Need. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it, and they did just that.
Houston will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Quick handoff. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They go to the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. It would have been a 45-yard field goal attempt from here, but they'll go for it instead. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Tackled immediately after the catch. All wideouts, no backs. Smith dropping to pass. It's caught. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Houston.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Gets away from one, finds room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Off play action on 1st down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill, but show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Bradley. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. A 1st down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Smith wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll try the run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. The give to the tailback. Nifty little dance step. Oh, it's out. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UNLV! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over James Madison.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Melton.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. And you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown, and they forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Looking for a gap. It's Need. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Here on third down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. The give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Houston going up tempo. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. 8th play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They took it 71 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Smith wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The lone back's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Slams ahead. And they swarm him under. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to pound it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from their own 1. First up, they've got to avoid disaster. Looking for room, it's Thomas. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the 1st. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Smith dropping to pass. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. 3rd down play from the gun. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Might be looking to run. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense in the hurry-up.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football.
And now the ball is free in the end zone. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player, give me that 6.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He's looking to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Hands it off. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
He'll try to pop the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Smith wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in a game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. And they still hold that 2-point lead after the stop, David, now to see what the offense can do.
Yeah, and you've worked on it all week, taking care of the football, making sure you don't make those mistakes, Jesse, while still being in those clutch situations in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, defense just did their job, right? So offense, let's go out, put some points on the board, put ourselves in a position to win.
And he's dragged down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Smith dropping to pass. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires downfield. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Bright Light City gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see, the Coyotes taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Coyotes' offense takes the field. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. And oftentimes you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the Wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Coyotes moving quickly to the line.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. And the quarterback is snowed under.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
And the Coyotes send out the punt unit. All the way back to the 15. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, Rebels! The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense getting set for first down. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Now 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick strike complete.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They want to just keep throwing it. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Coyotes will call on their punt team. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Rebels offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. He's going to pass. Finds his man. It's Jones. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Rebels in the hurry up. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Coyotes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Secures it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense, quick tempo. Give to the running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Running with power. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Offense set on 1st down. The give to the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get to him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quick release by the QB. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Coyotes are in the hurry-up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when you're running those screen plays.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Coyotes will punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Handoff to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's White. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Rebels will have it first and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll run play action. They're working that left side. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Gets rid of it. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Rebels! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Houston endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Clutch City, and the Cougs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Coyotes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UNLV. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off a tackler. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Coyotes line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking to pass on second down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. They're bringing heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Kick is good. And the offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll start this drive with a pass. And they're not on the same page there. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Looking for a crease. It's James. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Line gets set, 1st down. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Trying play action. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. 2nd down coming up. Power football with the run. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Coyotes are on the move. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, UNLV! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll start this drive firing. He looks that one in nicely. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The give to the lone running back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Coyotes will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They go to the ground. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Right down the middle. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Offense working from the pistol. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll try the left side.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. Off play action. He'll throw it. Got his man quickly. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Rebels! And the route is on.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Washington has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 16 over Eastern Michigan.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coming after him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Coyotes with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice game. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying the left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The running back has it. Nice move there. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College. Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Rebels will kick it away to start. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Kansas offense will take the first swing of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the UNLV Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. The play action fake. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Gets it out quickly. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Still looking, on the move. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. They'll go to the counter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Neal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Daniels. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Neal. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's reeled in. It's Connerly. The Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The offense set for a 1st down play. Finds his man. It's Arnold. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Casey. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He'll do it himself. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. The give. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Moving out of the pocket. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Jayhawks have their offense in high gear. Softened them up with a run, and now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Arnold. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Jayhawks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the air, it's Daniels. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air, using the quick game. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Steps away to find some room. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Snags it.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver. And they
will score! Touchdown, Kansas!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Makes a man miss. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Pressure comes. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And the defense doing work. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around, I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Troy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. They'll run play action. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Kansas offense returns to the field. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Casey. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Pocket starts to collapse. Moves away as he feels pressure. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Neal. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. To the ground with the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give out of the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Got it in the middle. It's Skinner. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Play number 9 on this drive. Trying to find his man on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Oh, he got loose. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires deep on the run. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he he gets downfield for the big catch. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get to him. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? First down here for the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads it left. Got his man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll leave it with him. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese, and there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Bright lights city, gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Fresno State will have some work to do after that short return. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Keene. Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Runs through the tackle. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Quickly complete.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So UNLV's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throwing right. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The offense starts with a short field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Keene. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Pulls and fired complete. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Pulls it, fired complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Time to take a shot. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Quickly complete. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Up-tempo for the offense. Trying play action. Grab near the marker, it's Thompson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Thompson.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Soft spot in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Rebels! What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff, and here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
We'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on 2nd down from the 14. gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. A third and long coming up here. Looking to pass. It's Keene. Looking to take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. He's looking for an open man on second down. Makes the grab on the left. They get him down after he makes the catch. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Moss. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Leaves it with the back. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Got a man, it's Moss. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Fresno State working from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They're going to throw it again. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying to do it again and score a touchdown. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Bulldogs! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. A little screen to the running back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They want to run it left here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield, it's Keene. This time it's complete.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
They'll throw it on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, going up top. It's on target and complete. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fresno State will have to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Finds the big tight end. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. After that completion, move the sticks. It's first down. He wants to throw. Complete to the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And they spike it to stop the clock. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. Inside the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Fires to the tight end. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Back to pass, it's Keene. Gets open down the middle. Stopped after making the catch. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They're going to run it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's James. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's going to pass on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on third down. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The inside handoff. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. On second down, he'll fire. Coming after him. And they got him for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And the Rebels in the hurry up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
To the air, it's Keene. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Works the middle of the field. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Offense gets set for 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Fresno State working from the red zone. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Guys, the Running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Keene. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snags it on the right. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Finds the tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, UNLV.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Fresno State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, gotta have it right. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
Yeah, that's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.